You've rehearsed the breakup conversation so many times you could recite it in your sleep. You know the exact words you'd use, the reasons that make perfect sense, the way you'd finally close the door. But when the moment comes, when they look at you or say your name in that particular way, or when you think about the years you've already given, your hand freezes on the handle. You tell yourself you're being patient or kind or realistic. But late at night, alone with the truth, you know the word that fits better: stuck. And underneath that word is another one you don't say out loud: weak. Like you're failing some test of character that everyone else passed. Like if you were stronger, braver, better, you'd already be gone. Here's what almost no one tells you: you're not stuck because you're weak. You're stuck because there are two completely different locks on two completely different doors, and until you know which one you're standing in front of, no amount of willpower will turn the handle. Let me show you what I mean. First, let's name what this isn't. This isn't about you lacking courage. It's not a moral failure. It's not even about love in the way you think. For many people, the lock is cognitive. Picture this: you're an hour into a terrible movie. The plot makes no sense, the acting is painful, and you're bored out of your mind. But you stay in your seat anyway. Why? Because you already paid for the ticket. The money is gone either way, but your brain treats leaving as wasting it. Staying feels like protecting your investment, even though the only thing you're investing now is more of your time into something that's hurting you. Psychologists Hal Arks and Catherine Bloomer studied this in 1985, and they gave it a name: the sunk cost fallacy. It's the cognitive trap where your brain weighs what you've already spent more heavily than what you'll lose by staying. And in relationships, the currency isn't money, it's years. It's the future you imagined. It's the version of yourself you built around this person. Your brain doesn't want to admit that investment is gone, so it convinces you that leaving now would waste everything, when in reality, staying is what's costing you. If this resonates, here's what you need to hear. You're wired to protect investments. The problem is, your brain is protecting the past while your future is quietly disappearing. And the sunk cost fallacy has one Achilles heel. The moment you name it, the moment you see it clearly, its power starts to crack. But for some of you, this isn't your lock. There's a second mechanism, and it runs deeper. Imagine your brain on a seesaw. Fear tips you down, relief tips you up. Now imagine someone who tips you down hard. Criticism, coldness, withdrawal, rage, and then, just when you're about to break, they tip you up. Warmth, apology, closeness. Your brain doesn't experience that relief as neutral. It experiences it as a drug. This is trauma bonding, and it's not cognitive. It's biochemical. When someone hurts you, your body floods with cortisol, the stress hormone. You're in fight or flight. Then they soothe you, and your brain releases oxytocin, the bonding chemical. The same one that makes mothers bond to newborns. Your brain starts to associate this person not just with pain, but with relief from the pain they caused. Patrick Carnes, who named this mechanism, called it betrayal bonding. And here's the cruelest part: the inconsistency makes it stronger. If they hurt you every time, you'd leave. If they loved you every time, there'd be no trap. But the intermittent reinforcement, the unpredictability of when the pain stops and the relief arrives, that's what locks your nervous system into the cycle. You're not choosing the person anymore, you're chasing the relief. Daniel was 34, a software engineer with his life together in every area but one. He stayed with her for 6 years. She'd go cold for days, sometimes weeks, silence that made him feel like he was disappearing. Then she'd come back, soft, warm, like nothing happened. He thought he was choosing love, but when he finally named what was happening, he realized he wasn't staying for her, he was staying for the 15 minutes of relief after 3 days of pain. And his body had learned to call that love. So, how do you know which lock you're in? Here's the simplest test. Ask yourself, do I think I should leave, or do I feel I can't leave? If it's should, if you're weighing investment, time, what you've built, what you'll lose, the story you told everyone, you're likely in the cognitive lock, the sunk cost fallacy. Your brain is doing math, and the equation is wrong. The way out is reframing the cost. Every day you stay isn't protecting what you spent, it's spending more. That shift from protecting the past to protecting your future, that's the key that opens this lock. But if it can't, if you feel it in your body, if the thought of leaving creates panic, if you've tried and your nervous system pulls you back, if you crave them even when you hate them, you're in the biochemical lock, trauma bonding. And this lock doesn't open with logic. It opens with distance, with nervous system regulation, with breaking the cycle long enough for your brain to detox from the chemical pattern. You need space before you need clarity. Here's why naming the mechanism changes everything. Shame keeps you stuck because it makes you think the problem is who you are. But the moment you see the lock clearly, the moment you stop asking what's wrong with me and start asking which mechanism am I caught in, you take your first step toward the door. You're not weak. You were never weak. You've been trying to turn a cognitive key in a biochemical lock, or a biochemical key in a cognitive lock, and now you know which one you're holding. The door was never sealed. You just needed the right name for the shape of the keyhole. Your hand is on the handle again, but this time it's different. You're not frozen because you're weak. You're not stuck because you lack courage. You know which lock you're standing in front of, and you know that needing the right key doesn't make you broken. It makes you human. If you're in the cognitive trap, the sunk cost fallacy, start reframing the cost today. Every hour you stay isn't protecting what you spent. It's spending more of what you can't get back. Protect your future the way you've been protecting your past. And if you're in the biochemical lock, trauma bonding, be gentle with yourself. Your nervous system isn't broken. It's doing exactly what it was wired to do when pain and relief come from the same source. Healing starts with distance, not decisions. You've been strong enough all along. Now you're informed enough. And that's when everything changes. The lock has a name now. The key is in your hand. And the door has always been yours to open.